Evening all, hope you're well. Thank you for viewing this third vlog where I want to sort of explain how I came about to requesting my learning difficulty and how that kind of came about. And it all came around the job really. So I'm a mortgage advisor for a high street lender. I've been qualified for 10 years. Love it, really enjoy sort of meeting new people, learning about people and sort of really helping them with sort of their dreams really. And sounds a bit cheesy, but it's helping people buy the first home, or doing an extension, or just generally helping people with their finances. It's something that I've always really enjoyed. I was at my first employer doing the job for 6 years, and then in 2012 left because my ultimate goal is to become a financial planning manager / independent financial advisor, and helping them with their sort of like credit finances, so investments and pensions and stuff like that. But I felt that this employer would have been the best one that would have helped me achieve that. However, back to this job. One of the biggest things around doing this job is writing letters, and within these letters you're explaining to the customer that you've met a letter to them and saying, right, this is why we've done a 2-year fixed with no fee and capital repayment and all things like that, which I shan't bore you with now or at all. But yeah, I kind of came across my first employer with a very strong compliance record. I was over 90% on my checks on a 12-month basis. It was very strong. I felt very confident. I was just going to come into this job. It'd be just like my previous employer. Smash it, and then I can really start to sort of concentrate and really start to achieve the overall dream of becoming a financial planning manager. And it's at the start, well, for at least the first sort of 3 and a bit years, it really didn't pan out like that, because these letters get sort of, in a way, they get marked, I suppose you could say, and you have to meet a certain set in a certain period, like a quarter or half a year. And from sort of joining the business, I had not met that criteria. I didn't fail every one of them, but it was a case of I'd be you'd get 10 checks and you'd have 2, 3 fails. And at first, okay, you think, okay, fine, new business, you're just not quite getting your head straight into it. So, but it'll come, it'll be fine, it'll be all right. Just learn from the mistake and don't do it again. But unfortunately, these, as they started to become known, silly fails, were just becoming more and more common. And quarter after quarter after quarter, it'd be sort of having a conversation with my manager of, you've had 10 checks this quarter and you failed 4, or I think one quarter, I think I'd had maybe 12 checked, and I think it was something like 6 had failed, ranging from actually not attaching them onto the case, or writing them and not attaching them on, or doing silly things like putting 2.14 instead of 2.24, and there was lots of conversations had. Why do you think you're doing it? Have you got enough time? Is your management, your diary management good enough? And then after a period of time, the business and my manager felt that the only way of moving this forward was going down a personal development plan. And for about the next 2 years, it was a case of, you're on this, it was like one after another, and go and look at this person, go and look at that person, build this checklist, do that, and nothing seemed to work. And it got to a point then with the employer where they felt that the support that they had given was they felt that they'd gone as far as they could go. And in the end, I was kind of summoned to appear in front of a hearing with my union rep and my manager and a HR representative, where they spoke about a written warning, and then that was their thought at that point in time. Kind of luckily at that stage, I'd managed to sort of put a case forward where, you know, I asked for almost like a stay of execution, which it was granted, but it was clearly put that if it didn't achieve that time, then that was it. And unfortunately, that quarter came and went, and I didn't achieve. So in January, 2015, I was given a written warning, which was horrible. Yeah, don't really know how to word it in any other way. It was, there's quite a number of words really. Soul crushing, destroying, horrible. Just the worst point in my professional career ever. You know, to be told that, you know, you failed all these points, and, you know, we've done everything that we can do for you, Darren, and, you know, we've done everything that we can, and, you know, and if you don't achieve it next quarter, you'll be on a final written, and then after that you'll be out of role. And to be told that was, yeah, I didn't really know what to think, to be honest with you, but there was almost like a belief to a point, because it was like, well, I can't, I mean, you know, maybe this is it, maybe I can't do this job. And you know, the pressure that put on, not only at work, but, you know, sort of at home. You know, I've got 2 young children, my wife works full time, and, you know, bills and stuff like that. The pressure that put on was frightening, you know, and there were a lot of questions asked, and I did question whether this job was right, and had I wasted the last 8 years of my life doing something that really I couldn't do. But then one day I was taking my little boy to nursery, and a question just popped into my head of, you know, I wonder whether something wasn't wired right in here. Which I know now isn't the right question, because I'm not wired, you know, it's not something that's wrong with me, I'm wired differently to people that don't have dyslexia. But that was kind of the question that I thought about, and I spoke to my wife about it and thought, you know, yeah, it might be, you know, you just never know. There's got to be something there, because I did it so well at my previous employer. Perhaps there is something. So I approached my employer, I expressed my concerns, and said to him, you know, everything that I can do within this job I can do. You know, I'm complimented in every other way bar this. And yeah, I wanted a learning difficulty assessment. That was accepted, and yeah, we kind of moved on from there, really. I'm conscious that this video is already sort of quite long anyway, so what I'll probably do is I'll kind of end it there, and I'll do one quite quickly after, where I'll explain what happened next, which started to really piece together this dyslexia, and I really started to think that, you know what, actually, yeah, I think I am, and, you know, the emotions of what I went through sort of prior to the meeting, at the meeting, and after it, will hopefully explain what I went through, and hopefully that will help other people. So yeah, chuck a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, please. Please share it. You know, the more people that get to sort of view this, the bigger, you know, I'm not looking for anything else other than just telling people my story of dyslexia, and hoping, giving people that may be going through similar experiences that sort of, you know, you're not on your own. I sort of explained it last time, so, you know, again, you might think, it's not me, but you might have friends that might be going through something similar, and it might just give them a little bit of a key to a door that just might unlock something. So thank you again for your time, for watching it, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye.